Coming up, Coach Cal talks to the Big Blue Nation for the first time since their early NCAA tournament exit.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Kentucky's early exit from the NCAA tournament. WYMT's Armando Berry. Armando? This evening since the loss to Oakland.
Mitch Barnhart tomorrow to discuss something they do at the end of every season. The Wildcats have failed to make it out of the first round of the NCAA tournament. Calipari said multiple times on his final radio show this evening that it hasn't lived up to his or Kentucky's standard. He talked about how he was hurting and understands why the fans are upset and hurting. He ended the show by making a promise to the Big Blue Nation.
The only thing that I'm saying to all our fans, I'm gonna work in our state, work for this program and this university, really work for these young people. That's my commitment. I'm not changing. 24/7, let's go. Whether it's recruiting, all the stuff that we've got to do. That is a commitment that I give to the fans that I haven't changed.
Coming up in sports, Coach Cal talks about how he plans to make changes to his team to get back to the standard of Kentucky basketball.
We are tracking some mainly dry weather as we go into your Monday evening, but changes are on the way by late tonight, also by Tuesday. A live look right now, though, at the radar, and as you can see for most of us, we are dry. However, we are watching out for a few light showers pushing close to Lake Cumberland, so a first alert for Wayne County moving into Pulaski County. Also for McCreary County, a few showers knocking on the door. The good news, no severe weather, but you may see a few showers as we go through late Monday, also early on Tuesday. All thanks to this strong weather system producing some severe weather over Louisiana, pushing into Mississippi, and some snow in Nebraska, also Kansas. Now for our region, no snow, no severe weather, but we are tracking an increase in those rain chances through early on Tuesday. Right now, though, those temperatures are still mild in the upper 50s to lower 60s, up to 58 for Pikeville, 57 for Manchester, 62 over in Jackson. Most of us wake up close to 50 as those rain chances are set to increase. More details on those showers coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thanks. One person is dead and another behind bars after an ATV crash in Breathitt County. It happened Saturday in Jackson when police say they discovered an ATV that had gone over an embankment. Logan Spencer of Lexington was operating the ATV when police say he lost control. The crash resulted in Alexis Smith of Lexington being thrown off the ATV. Smith was pronounced dead at the scene. Spencer was taken to the Kentucky River Regional Jail. He's charged with vehicular homicide and operating a motor vehicle under the influence. A former Southern Kentucky school official has been indicted for rape and other charges. A McCreary County grand jury indicted Aaron Anderson on charges of rape, unlawful transaction with a victim under 16, solicitation to commit sodomy, and official misconduct. Anderson was an assistant principal at McCreary Central High School. The Lexington Herald Leader says the superintendent says Anderson chose to resign earlier this month rather than be fired. One charity out of Somerset received a special gift after families in their community showed their support. WYMT's Jack Dimler has more from God's Food Pantry.
An organization centered around giving to those in need received a special gift as a result of the families they serve showing support.
Oh my goodness, we have an amazing community.
More than 200 families in Pulaski County have chosen God's Food Pantry as their favorite charity in the Kroger Community Rewards Program, a program that turns people shopping into fundraising.
Anybody that shops for groceries, anybody that shops at Kroger can actually help God's Food Pantry feed people.
The support from families turned into more than $1,000 being gifted to God's Food Pantry in Somerset.
The only thing that we always need is food, money, and volunteers. That's what keeps us running. So with Kroger giving us that percentage of income, that helps us to buy some of the things that maybe we don't get in donations.
Helping an organization that helps its people.
Giving your rewards here just helps you.
Brenda Russell says the more people that sign up shopping at Kroger and choose God's Food Pantry, the more money they get every 3 months. However, regardless of whether people choose God's Food Pantry as their favorite charity, Russell's main message:
choose somebody in your community and make sure that those dollars come into your community. Don't just leave them sitting there.
Helping those who help you. In Somerset, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Russell says you can still go to Kroger's website and choose your favorite charity at any time and can change it whenever you want. Officials with the University of Kentucky visited Harlan County High School to see firsthand the success of engineering, computer science, and math programs in the school. Students showcased projects they have worked on throughout the year and some that have even received awards. Engineering instructor Lindsay Rich says their presence shines a light on this small school.
I'm very honored to have this opportunity. We're from a small town, and that doesn't mean that we don't have access to a lot of things. We have access to so many machines, so many softwares, and I don't think that a lot of people realize that. So just the fact that UK has came here to look at what we're doing makes me feel like they're shining the light on rural towns.
Rich says having these officials in the school helped inspire her students to know what's possible in the future. 8 students in the HOSA program at the Knott County Area Technology Center are headed to nationals in June. This comes as the group just placed first in the state for the first time since the team started competing about 13 years ago. They won in 2 categories. First, PSA regarding the dangers of fentanyl, and also in MRC, or Medical Reserve Corps. Their teacher, Melissa Waddle, says she's proud of them and thrilled to head to nationals.
They have really put a lot of work and effort into every little thing, every little aspect of their competition. We have been working on all of this stuff since August. And, you know, to just see them grow as leaders in their community, to see the impact that both teams have made, it's amazing.
The competition for nationals is in June in Houston, Texas, with teams from every state and several countries expected to participate. Downtown Hazard continues to grow, and 2 business owners are looking forward to being part of that revitalization. Charlotte Napier and Rhonda Brewer bought the old Doll Hairs building located off High Street in Hazard. The building was mostly vacant for around 20 years. Napier says they are excited to be part of the growth.
You know, downtown, our leaders have really focused on revitalizing downtown over the last few years, and I think they've done an amazing job, and we're just excited to be part of it. So to do all that's been done to downtown and still have this building sit empty, I think was a shame.
And Napier and Brewer say they plan to open their business to the public on May 1st. They also say the business will have a new name, so stay tuned for that. Drake's is now open in Pikeville after kicking off its first day with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. City officials, local leaders, and Drake's employees gathered at the new Lee Avenue location to kick off the restaurant's first day. Representatives say this is the 25th location for Drake's, and it offers some unique menu items not available at other locations.
This is the only Drake's of the 25 that we brought down from Lexington. 3 different prime beef steaks. We have the New York strip, we have the ribeye, and we have the filet. And so we couldn't be any more excited to bring the prime beef to this area.
Now I'm hungry. He says they also offer bread and baked potatoes from the Malone's menu, pulling some fan favorites from its Lexington sister store. Sounds good to me. Well, community members gathered at New Hope Church in Hazard tonight for an early Holy Week service. The Hazard Area Community Choir presented Footsteps to the Cross. It was a service in word and song under the direction of Letha Patterson with a goal of preparing hearts for Easter. I was honored to help narrate the program along with Evelyn Wood, who said this was a special way to connect to the spirit of Easter through music.
And it's so important to be mindful of what Easter's all about, and a great way to be in touch with Easter is through song.
The event brought members from at least 9 churches together to perform. You can find a link to the program on our website, and you'll hear some of the music from it at the end of this newscast. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, a judge officially sets a trial date for former President Trump's hush money case and a break for him in his civil fraud case.
Plus, a first alert to pack the umbrella tomorrow morning. Your Tuesday forecast coming up after this break.